So the votes have been counted, and Donald Trump is the 45th president of the United States. For the people who are Republicans, they're pretty overjoyed. And for the people who are Democrats, they are utterly confused and wrecked and have no idea what the heck just happened. For those of you who are upset that Trump was elected over Clinton, realize this: Clinton was a terrible candidate. Bernie Sanders won the primary. He should have been the person who ran against Trump, and I guarantee you he would have won. Because Bernie Sanders is a very genuine person, and even though his ideas, in my opinion, don't make a lot of sense, and socialism is not good for the country, I think Bernie Sanders had a good heart. In a lot of the things that he said, they were not intended to be manipulative. He was being honest and genuine the entire time through, and a lot of people identify with honesty and genuineness, of which Hillary Clinton had absolutely neither. Bernie Sanders was by far the best Democratic candidate, yet instead you have Clinton cheat her way to the primary and win the primary. I have watched hundreds of YouTube videos, and I have never seen a high-level intellectual say that Clinton was the best choice in the election. I have not seen one person say that. All the high-level intellectuals believe that either both candidates are terrible and you should vote for neither of them, or that Trump is a significantly better choice. Let me explain to those of you who are Democrats out there. Looking at somebody and pointing at them and saying that because you voted for Trump you are a racist and a sexist is not an argument. By that logic, I could simply point to somebody who voted for Clinton and say that they are a criminal and belong in prison. I could use that same logic on my YouTube channel and say the reason why you gave my YouTube channel a thumbs down or did not like my video or did not subscribe to my channel is because you are anti-Semitic and you don't like Jewish people. A lot of people don't like having the finger pointed at them, and that's why the polls were so incredibly wrong. One, there was a lot of oversampling of Democrats, and two, people do not want to be seen as automatically branded because of who they support, which is what the Democratic Party worked so hard to do. One big thing to notice in America is that our last two presidents have been terrible. Obama doubled the national debt in 8 years. He doubled it. All the other presidents combined could not spend as much as Obama did in 8 years. Now, that being said, George Bush was awful as well. In fact, the last time we had a good president, I don't even remember. Now, one thing I can say is that times were significantly better back in the 90s. So when you look back at Clinton, it seems like he was better than he actually really was. But he was the seed that really started to destroy the economy and destroy the country and destroy the middle class. So that being said, we have not had a good president in at least 24 years, and I was way too young to know how George Bush Sr. did or how Ronald Reagan did. So I can't really comment on either of those people. This was an election where people in this country wanted change. Hillary Clinton was not change. You have her everywhere saying one thing and doing another. That's not change. The only two candidates that represented change were Trump or Sanders. And Sanders got screwed out of the primary. He would have won the election. I am convinced he would have won the election. And this is coming from somebody who correctly picked 48 out of the 50 states and which way they would go. The only two states I was incorrect about were Wisconsin and Michigan, which I had leaning Democrat, which voted Republican.